How can one identify power functions given a formula? We know that power functions always look like f of x equals k times x to the p, where x is the independent variable, p is some constant, the power, and k is a constant proportionality. But not every function given by a formula is readily seen to be equal to this. In some cases, you can find it easily, but in other cases not. So let's look at the following set of problems. Which of the following are power functions? And for each power function, identify the constant of proportionality, that's the k, and the power p. So here's the first one, y equals 3x squared. Well, actually, in this case, we are given a power function that's in the form that we expect. Here, k is equal to 3. That's the constant of proportionality. And the power is 2. So p is equal to 2. So that is a power function. But in the next one, you don't see the power immediately. What you first have to do is remember that the square root is the same as raising to the 1/2 power. So this is the same as 1/2 x to the 1/2. So now the power is 1/2, as is the constant. So k is 1/2. What about, so that's a power function. What about the next one, y equals x squared plus 1? Is this a power function? Well, actually not. It's not a constant multiple of a power. It's a constant multiple of power plus 1. In fact, for all power functions, if you plug in x equals 0, you should get 0 out for y. In this case, if we plug in x equals 0, we get 1. So it's not a power function. What about the next one? Y equals pi times 1 over x. Well, we have a constant. Is this a power? Yes. We can rewrite this as pi times x to the minus 1. Dividing by x is the same as x to the minus 1. So here the power is minus 1, and the constant is pi. So this is a power function. What about the next one? Y equals 0.7 to the x. Well, there is a power here, but the power is not a constant. It's a variable. So this is not a power function. This is an exponential function. What about this last example? Y equals x squared to the 4th. There's a power, but there are two powers. How do we resolve this? Well, you remember there's a law of exponents that says if you take one power, raise it to another, you multiply the exponents. So it's the same as x to the 2 times 4, or the same as x to the 8. So there is a power. The power p is equal to 8. What's the constant? Well, there's an implicit constant equal to 1. If you don't see a constant there, you can insert a 1 here. So k, the constant proportionality, is 1.